Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. Today I wanted to talk about what your reality is comprised of, what it's composed of, why you can change it and why it's so malleable, and also what it actually takes to effectively change your reality. Before we get started, I did want to let you all know that I am now offering group coaching. So there is a link in the description below that will take you to my services, which will show these two new, I'll call them courses, group coaching courses that I'm offering. One is on building abundance, prosperity, wealth. The other one is on recreating specific persons. So check those out if you're interested. So when we think about manifesting and changing our reality, it's really important to first recognize and understand that you are a an impeccable manifester. You are a master at manifesting. It is innately instilled within you. It's something that you cannot get better at. It's something that you cannot get worse at. It is something that it just is happening automatically all the time. If you are having an experience, you are manifesting that experience. All of the experiences are your manifestation. Every single thing you are aware of, have ever been aware of, ever will be aware of. Now, time is an illusion, it's all just here and now. But for the sake of how we've manifested in this 3D realm, we have time here, right? So you can't get any better at it. You don't need to improve. You don't need to learn how to manifest. You don't need to learn how to manifest better. But what we can all benefit from is understanding how we're manifesting and understanding why we're manifesting the things that we're manifesting. And that doesn't mean we have to go back to all the traumas or all the things that have happened. Now, I am a huge advocate for revision. I applied it myself in my own life. And once I did that, things really started to shift for me. It was incredibly helpful for me. So I also am not saying avoid your past, but what I'm saying is figuring out why we're manifesting, meaning everything in your entire reality is the reflection of beliefs. It's all built on your belief system, what you believe to be true for you. And it's further important to understand that beliefs aren't fact. So while we're learning to manifest and shift realities and change what's happening in our 3D, change our inner state and see it reflected back, I think one of the most fundamental important beliefs to work on is that what I've seen my whole life and what I've believed my whole life isn't fact. And learning to recognize when these beliefs come up, they're coming up for a reason. You're having feelings about everything that's manifesting or the things that are manifesting simply because it's telling you this belief exists within you. That's what triggering is. That's what a good feeling is when something good happens, and that's what a negative feeling is when something negative happens. It's we're having feelings about it because it's a belief that's active within us. So the other important thing is to remember that it's never happening out here as the cause and this is the effect. This is the cause, this is the effect. Then we observe the effect and reinforce the cause. So that's that feedback loop and that cycle that we can get stuck in. But learning to release these beliefs and starting with the new belief or the new assumption or even the new possibility that everything I've believed to be true or the things I've believed to be true in relation to this aspect of my life, they're not fact. They appear to be fact because I believe them, and that's how powerful I am. I can have a belief and manifest a reality that fully supports that belief as fact. However, you can flip that belief and manifest the complete opposite reality supporting that new belief as fact. And so these are the two, I think, most important things to start recognizing when you're on this journey is that first, my beliefs are not facts, they're simply beliefs. And then, secondly, not only can I change my beliefs, but it can be easy to change my beliefs because that seems to be the next sort of stumbling block that we happen upon when we're doing this. I myself have felt like I had struggled for years changing a belief. And I've worked with so many clients that have felt like it's a struggle to change your beliefs. But we can also look at that as a belief, not fact. And we know it's not fact because there have been times in our lives, and we've all seen it in the lives of those around us, where someone has just simply made a decision and they've moved forward with that and it's been easy. Even ourselves, right? Maybe not a belief about this, you're manifesting whatever, this relationship or this abundance or this health, but there have been other areas in your life where you can look back and go, up to this point, I thought this to be true. And suddenly I just decided one day that that doesn't have to be true for me. And it was easy. Now, it might have been easy then because it was something you weren't emotionally attached to and didn't hold a lot of importance on. But that doesn't change the fact that it's all beliefs and you can change them and it can be easy. We see it with people that quit addictions. My mom, when she quit smoking when I was a child, she just one day put the ashtrays away. She didn't go through a process. She didn't try the gum. She didn't do it. She just put the ashtrays up in the cupboard and she quit smoking and never looked back and never wanted it again. And it was super easy for her. She just created the new belief that I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. I'm a non-smoker. And she didn't struggle with that. And so, we've seen that with other people and other things in our lives. Now, again, everyone's pushed out, but that's something else. We're not talking about that right now. But so that's where I want you to put your awareness on. Well, I'm learning to not say that's what I want you to do because I just don't like how that comes across. But that's what I'm offering. I'm offering the space for you to become really aware that you've been having these beliefs, that your reality is created from your beliefs, trying to recognize what those beliefs are, and then understanding that those beliefs aren't fact. None of my beliefs are fact. They're all just beliefs. And I can effectively and easily change any belief that I desire. So, how do we become aware of our beliefs? Well, we look at our reality. We start to explore how we're feeling based on what's happening in our reality. Because how you're feeling is the belief, right? So if something's happening in your reality and you're feeling rejected from it, that belief underneath that might be something like, I'm not worthy of this experience. I'm not good enough to be loved. I'm not good enough to be wealthy. I'm not good enough excuse me, I'm not good enough to hold that position in the company, right? Like you want to look at how you're feeling about what's happening and explore that. And that's why it's also really important to not just flip your thought and suppress it with a bunch of affirmations and just don't think about it and just think this instead, because that belief isn't going to go away until you acknowledge it, release it, and replace it. Like it's just not. You're not going to change a belief by burying it. It's always going to be there and it's going to keep coming up. You have to expose it. You have to look at it consciously and then decide this isn't fucking true. This isn't fact. I don't have to believe this anymore. I'm going to believe this instead. Right? So also, if you're not sure still with that type of self-exploration, ask yourself, based on the experience, what would one have to believe is true to have this experience manifest? What would I have to believe in order for this experience to manifest? That's another way of looking at it. If you don't know based on how you're feeling what you're believing, take that approach. Look at it kind of logically, like, well, what would I have to believe in order for this to manifest? And then explore that a little bit. And again, it's about, looking at these beliefs, and when you see them, when you find them, when you become consciously aware of them, declaring, this is not fact. I can believe something different. I can believe this instead. I do believe this instead. I know I believe this instead. I now believe this instead. Many different ways to say it. Say it however it feels best to you, and it might be a combination of many different ways depending on the now moment you're in, and that's okay. And you might also see this belief repeatedly and keep doing that. Keep determining and deciding and declaring and decreeing and commanding that it is not fact. It is simply something you've been carrying around. I think it was Bashar. I absolutely adore him. he said once in a video or in a talk or in a whatever that if you're walking through life, he said it much differently. This was years ago when I saw it, but he said if you're walking through life and you feel weighed down and you feel like there's weight on your shoulders, it's because you're carrying around the baggage of others' beliefs. You're carrying around baggage that was put on you that isn't yours. He basically was saying if you're carrying your own stuff, you're going to there's not going to be any weight. You're going to feel free, you're going to feel light. So I thought that was a really cool way of looking at it, is like if I feel like I'm being like weighed down or dragged down, or there's this weight on my shoulders, or I'm struggling and I'm trying to truck along, I'm holding on to shit that actually isn't mine, cuz my shit's light. I can carry my shit effortlessly. I don't even notice it, right? Because it's yours, it's your truth, it's who you really are. So that's another thing, is like, how are you feeling in your life? And then recognizing I must be holding on to beliefs that aren't true to who I am. And that can be really empowering also, because if you acknowledge this isn't true to who I am, because my truth will be effortless, my truth will feel like I'm being carried, I won't feel like I'm carrying something else, then that further reinforces that this is false, this isn't truth, and I can let this go. So there's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all during the next one. Bye.